everyone, this is Aya from Hinawi Software. As you can see here, I have the roadmap for the HRMS activities opened in front of me. So basically, I have covered a general roadmap explanation regarding the entire list of all activities. And then later on, I made individual videos regarding each and every activity. So our topic for today is regarding the salary sheet. So this includes all the different actions, all the different activities, all the different steps and processes and procedures regarding each and every part of the HRMS module. And if you understand this very precisely, if you understand this actually in the correct way, you will not find issues or any problems at the time of using the actual Hinawi software, desktop application, mobile application, or any web application for Hinawi software. So let's start with the salary sheet activities. Regarding the create activity, basically it says here that yes, we can create a draft for HR employees only. What this means is that basically timesheet employees do not have a draft salary sheet created for them, but HR employees do have. And in general, the salary sheet is divided for two main types, which are HR employees salary sheets and timesheet employees salary sheets. And each one will pass through, or we can walk through the workflow of it independently, depending on the type of employees. Some employees might be split into the timesheet salary sheet form, and the others might be split in the HR salary sheet forms. So basically that is the first step. Now the second step is editing. As you can see here, as long as the salary sheet is not approved, you can edit it and you will be able to edit it. It will basically read from the general other activities of the HRMS menu or module, or anything in the system basically that has gone through changes before the salary sheet gets approved. Then in that case the salary sheet will be changed according to the latest update. But regarding the void and cancelling of the salary sheet, notice here that it says no, since there is no any voiding or cancelling in the salary sheet. However, deleting the salary sheet before it gets approved is possible. You will be able to easily delete the salary sheet for the specific month you choose, as long as you haven't approved it yet. Same thing applies to the printing feature. We do have printing available for the salary sheet. Next, regarding the print clearance, this is applicable on the salary slip. So basically any salary slip for any month regarding any employee will be having the printing of clearance. Same thing applies to the design and print activity form. This is possible as well. We do have a design and printing form regarding the salary sheet from the templates, and users will easily be able to design the form as they wish. Next, regarding any importing or any previous autofilling, the answer here is no. Salary sheet is created at the present time, at the time of accomplishing all different activities, accomplishing the entire month, like all 30 days or all days in the month. Everything should be ready in order for the salary sheet to be created. So it's not auto-filled, it's not imported from any previous other software or Excel sheet. It's created within the software of Hinawi software itself. Next, we have the starting date and the ending date, which is also applicable in the software, in the salary sheet. So there is a start date and an end date regarding each and every salary sheet, and it's within the same month, of course, because the salary sheet will read the start date of the month and the end date of the month. So here the month is possible, year as well. And here regarding the release action, notice here that yes, it's there, and if you use it, you can hold the salary payment. So basically holding and releasing is possible. If you hold the salary sheet, you can then release it later on, and a salary sheet calculates everything in hours, in days, all different days of the month is included within the salary sheet, and any deduction of the hours or days is actually affecting the salary sheet as well. But notice here that regarding the percent of employee's salary, this will not be affecting the salary sheet, since whatever the percent of the salary was, it will not be affecting, it will not change whether you can create a salary sheet or not, whatever the percent of salary was. And notice here that the overtime, whether it's 1.25 or 1.50, they both do not affect the salary sheet. They might be affecting it in an indirect way, since they affect the timesheet, and timesheet form should be created for timesheet employees before proceeding with the salary sheet activity. So basically the salary sheet will be indirectly affected from the overtime. And yes, definitely the applying of taxes is available and applicable on the salary sheet, and everything will read from the setup, basically setup of the HRMS settings, and then later on you can easily apply those taxes which you have created earlier, and they will be like showing in the salary sheet form. Next, regarding the employee pension, definitely available in our salary sheet, and the monthly provision is not. By the way, just a general explanation here, general note, is that those are not the final or permanent features. Anything you see here which is no is not permanent. It might be changed in the future. If you're watching, for example, this video in a few months or in a few years, you might be noticing that some features are added, some extra features are there. Since today's date is the 22nd of June, so basically it's not fixed and it's not permanent. Next, we move here to the approvals. Basically, as you can see here, the salary sheet do have an approval action, and as long as you do not approve it, as I said, it can be edited, it can be deleted. But at the time of approving, notice here that we also added the feature of editing after approval. So it is there, but deleting of the salary sheet after it gets approved as well. Here it says that it's yes, but it's for special cases, like you cannot easily delete the salary sheet. All you have to do is delete it after it gets created, but at the time it gets approved, it's deleted in very, very special cases, but in general it do not get approved. So basically deleting after approval is yes in special cases, but in general, but the default is no. So you have to keep that into mind, you have to keep that into consideration as well. So same thing applies to editing, yes in special cases, but default is no. So those two main points are very important, and users should keep them into mind, because they might think that whatever you do after approval is fine, but no, in the salary sheet especially, you have to make sure that everything you do is done before approval, not after approval. Notice here that in the salary sheet, setup is there. Of course, there's a setup for the salary sheet, and of course there's an effective date for the salary sheet to take action. And of course the employee's status is active all the time, because if they're not active, they will not even be displayed in the salary sheet. Notice that regarding the accounting effect, posting salary sheet for HR employees is done for all payment mode, and then post salary sheet for timesheet employees is done for all payment mode. Posting the salary sheet salary payment for HR and employees created from WPS, and posting the salary sheet payment for timesheet employees created from WPS. So basically what this says is that posting of different parts and aspects of the salary sheet is possible and applicable, and of course mandatory. Next, whether the journal voucher or the payment voucher is used, of course the JV, the journal voucher, is used, and the credit side is the accrued AC. And regarding the different payment methods, notice that the three of them, both cash, check, and bank transfer, are applicable in the salary sheet, and definitely used regarding payment. However, the updating ledger doesn't which has no accounting entries, is not applicable on the salary sheet. And in the salary sheet JV, which is what we are talking about, notice here that yes, it will read from the employee's salary information and the allowances with approved activities related to current month of the salary sheet. So what this says is that the salary sheet in general will be reading from all activities created earlier, approved earlier, and they read from the exact month which we're talking about, not any previous or later month, only the current month. And regarding the debit side, notice that debit salaries and allowances, in addition to debit activities, is applicable in the salary sheet. Next, regarding the collections, notice here that the receipt voucher is not used in the salary sheet, it's not applicable. And regarding the employee type, of course, both timesheet and HR employees will be having salary sheets. So it doesn't depend on the employee, on a specific employee type. Both types are applicable and both types can have their salary sheets created. Next, as you can see here, in the web module and also in the mobile module, both of them here describe how the salary sheet works, since they're both available in Hinawi Software, not just as a desktop application. So basically, in the web module, notice that as a beta version, yes, the salary sheet can be created. However, it cannot be edited, voided, or rejected. Approved, yes, also in the beta version. But regarding the mobile module, notice that no salary sheet can be created from the mobile application at all. So basically, that's what the salary sheet contains. And all different parts of the salary sheets are pretty simple and easy, and will definitely be reading from the activities of the current month, whether they're approved or not, whether they're created or not. Now let's talk about the memo column. Basically, the memo column says here that in the effective date, the user must make sure that the date is perfectly correct, because it's linked with so many different activities later on, which will definitely affect the salary sheet. And you must always read all messages, pop-up messages on the screen carefully before saving, since they have direct and indirect effects on the system. And you must check the employee's status in addition to the salary's status in order to make sure, for example, whether his or her name regarding employees are not appearing on the salary sheet, like the reason why they're not appearing depending on their status. And always make sure you follow up with the system rules and in every step, since it's customer's responsibility to see these rules and not break them. And regarding the leaves activity in general, users must always click on return leave for each and every leave that has been taken, since this will allow the user to know whether the employee has returned on time, before time, or after the due date. That's why there will be consequences based on the return date. Also, keep in mind that creating multiple loans is possible at the same time, but you must approve each one in order for the process to go smoothly. And another thing also regarding any predefined template created in an addition or deduction form, make sure that the posting to salary sheet is clicked, whether as an automatic or manual option, because if you click on automatic, then the salary sheet will be posted, like everything will be posted to salary sheets regarding additions, deductions without having the need to approve them. However, if you choose manual instead of automatic, then you need to approve each and every addition deduction template before it gets posted to the salary sheets. And now regarding the calculation of the annual leaves, let's see the proper way how it's calculated regarding the annual leaves balance. So basically, the system will read the total due date from the joining date until the start date of the leave minus the total number of days which has already been taken before. And this occurs if leave's opening balance is not used. So that is the proper way to calculate the annual leave balance. And of course, in case of the opening balance, the system will not take the joining date, it will take the next day of the opening balance. So that is an important point which should be taken into consideration. And always make sure you approve the activities which need to be approved for the current month regarding creating the salary sheet, because if you do not approve the required activities to be approved for this month, then the salary sheet will not be going smoothly, it will not take action accurately. So for the current month, always make sure activities are approved, and keep in mind that the user cannot create salary sheet for any month unless the previous month is created. So skipping months in the salary sheet in creation is not possible. And also, approving partial approval of employees in the salary sheet is definitely available. You have different types of approval, which range from approving departments, positions, employee names, all that is possible. And of course, always keep in mind that once you start the payroll start date, and once you set this date and then you create the salary sheet, then it's from there and so forth, without going or changing after creation and setting up of the date. And also remember to post anything that needs to be posted, which of course has gone through approval through to accounting. So anything that needs to be posted to accounting must be posted, and anything that needs to be paid must be paid from the HRMS menu itself, not from the accounting menu, since this is an ERP system and should go smoothly. And make sure that you keep in mind that payment regarding the same employee cannot be split in the salary sheet. So for different employees, yes, each one can have their own payment method, but for a specific employee, like the same employee can have only one payment method. It cannot be split into more than one payment for the same employee. Let's now talk about the difference between the stopping and releasing of the salary sheet, of the salary activity, in comparison with the leave without pay. So basically, in stopping and releasing the salary activity, it's recommended to be used for employees who got absent for like 1 to 2 to 3 days without giving any previous notice. However, in the leave without pay, it actually could last 2 weeks or months. Like, that's how much it could last. So in that case, it's more recommended to be used. And let's talk about the difference between the absconded workers activity and between the salary, stopping the salary. Basically, in absconded workers activity, this is used when there is official data that the employee has left the country, like they left the job or the country, basically. And that way they're selected as runaway, which is absconded workers. However, in stopping the salary, the main difference is that in stopping the salary, the employee is in the country, but absconded worker is that we literally don't know their location, like the current location is like outside the country, where exactly. So that is everything regarding today's topic for salary sheet and for the memo. I hope it was clear and easy, because the salary sheet is the last step. Of course, it has payment, approval, creating, all those steps, and it's the last step in the workflow after you make sure all the activities are done accurately and precisely of the month regarding HR. Please make sure you like this video and share it with everyone interested in our ERP system, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for our next videos.